So Iron Man director believes that Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom is going to save comic book movies. Now, when I first started watching comic book films, it was back in early 2000s. It was your Spider-Man, Hulk I saw, and X-Men. And then we added Iron Man in, what was it, 2008? Can't remember the year. But I remember first being introduced to Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and that's when I started caring about those characters. Before then, I was like, okay, I know they're in the Marvel universe, but it never appealed to me. So when I saw Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of Iron Man, I was like, he looks great and it's a cool character. Do I think he can save the entire Marvel universe? No, because we had other characters involved, like your Thors, like your Captain Americas, your Black Panthers, Spider Man. You have Black Widow, you have Hawkeye. All these other characters helped build the Marvel Universe. You can't just rely on Doctor Doom as Robert Downey Jr. to save everything. We have to have other characters we're going to care about. So if they reboot Captain America, they start over with Iron Man, if they bring back T'Challa as Michael B. Jordan, that would be really cool. But we'll see if Disney Marvel decides to make that decision because over the last 6 years, they've had their struggles. They haven't really made any box office hits outside of No Way Home, but that was with Sony. You've got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but you can argue that, well, we saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and Volume 2 during the Infinity Saga. And on top of that, you have your Deadpool and Wolverine, but we've seen Hugh Jackman and we've seen Ryan Reynolds during the Infinity Saga. So all their hits were tied to the previous universe with Thanos. Obviously, we know that Deadpool wasn't tied into those stories, but you get what I'm saying. People grew up with them. Now we're in a phase where we have seen Riri Williams as Ironheart. We saw Kate Bishop as Hawkeye Girl. We saw Miss Marvel. I think a problem with those characters has been the lack of character development where they haven't given them really good, strong stories and they just get their powers and we're supposed to just accept them as superheroes. We know with Riri Williams, she started the show with disrespecting Tony Stark and it was just pointless. And a lot of people did not like that show at all. And Shang-Chi, he was cool, but it's just another character where folks just don't really invest in. So now they're putting all their eggs in this basket, and it could work. I really believe they could turn things around, especially we're seeing reports about where Doctor Doom is going to be the main person of interest in this film. And if he goes out and he kills off these characters. We get different versions of Iron Man, Captain America coming in. That'll be really cool. And of course, after we see Doomsday and Secret Wars, we're supposed to have X-Men. And they're bringing those characters back as well. So there's a lot riding on this movie. And it could do really well because they're going to start marketing probably in a few months, I would believe. They're going to start showing trailers to get people excited because outside of Brand New Day, there's not a lot to look forward to for next year. And they need Avengers Doomsday to perform at the box office. If they have any type of drop off or lose the money, Disney and Marvel are going to be a lot of trouble, in my personal opinion. So there's a lot of speculation, as this guy says, the director of Iron Man. I think he's going to single-handedly reinvigorate the entire comic book movie industry with that. I mean, it seemed like at first a cynical idea, oh, let's just go back to the well of the one guy that seems to always save us. But it's going to work. It's really going to work, and he's brought to it. I'm not at liberty to say anything, not that I know. I'm thrilled because I'm first in line to see that. I haven't seen all the Marvel movies. I'll see that one first. As it says here in the article, Marvel has been going through a very public slump since the release of Avengers Endgame, so it caused them to change course because their movies weren't making money. A couple of factors I believe that has impacted that is number one, there are characters we don't care about. They brought in people we don't know a lot about, and quite frankly, we could care less. Then on top of that, you don't tell good stories or give them any good character development. The woke stuff is another factor. And I believe superhero fatigue is upon us. I definitely believe that. You saw the Demon Slayer movie anime making more than the superhero movies this summer, and they had a smaller budget. So I do believe superhero fatigue is definitely in play right now. But as you see, Robert Downey Jr.'s presence can only do so much. If you don't have other good characters, people are like, okay, that's great. And there's only been 2 Marvel movies that have cleared $1 billion at the box office. Now you can say, oh, well, these movies still make money, but they have to make profit. And companies are not in the business to lose money. That's not how it happens. So they definitely need a huge win from Avengers Doomsday. I really hope it's good. I want this movie to kick off a new phase for Marvel because I don't wish bad on Disney. I really don't. They just got to change course, get back on track. And I do believe that superhero movies need to lower their budgets because what we've seen from superhero movies with these inflated budgets is losing money. And that's not a good idea. I think they need to get that cost under control. and hopefully we get back to quality movies and get this thing back on track. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I want to hear your thoughts. Is Robert Downey Jr. going to save the Marvel Universe? Are you guys looking forward to Avengers Doomsday next year? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.